Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Women's Coffee Club. We created this club to provide a safe space for women to share and inspire each other. And happy 4th of July, everyone. So grateful to have all of you here.
Let me know how
And
the
this morning, we have our friend here, Teresa Cervantes, presenting about she's doing an educational session to provide an awareness about living benefits. So with that, Teresa, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about your background and then why you decided to choose this topic. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rainey. Thank you, everyone that's here this morning. I know it's a very important day for everyone. Happy Independence Day to everyone. I hope that whether you're relaxing or spending it with your family and friends today, you have an awesome time and be safe out there. So I really do appreciate this space. Thank you so much, Rainey, for allowing me to be here this morning and sharing a short message. It's not going to be very long. I will tell you a little bit about myself first. And then I will be telling you a little bit about my mother and why I became so passionate about living benefits. So I am an insurance agent and I am very passionate about living benefits because I've been an insurance agent for 24 years. And being in the insurance industry, you learn so many things. We go to national training camp, but I never knew this whole time, I never knew that there was such a thing called living benefits. And I learned this last year in January. So I will tell you a little bit about my mom and why I became so passionate about this. She was diagnosed with breast cancer 8 years ago, almost 9 now. And she battled it for that whole time. She was such a trooper, fighting all the time. She did all the things. She had wonderful, fantastic health insurance. And so they did all the things that you're supposed to do. You know, you change your diet, you do the chemo, you do the radiation, you take care of yourself, you hang out with family and friends, everybody that loves you and supports you. We did all the right things. So there are 5 siblings. I'm the oldest of 5. And so as a family, we would take time off of work to take care of her, to come and cook for her, to love on her, to watch a movie with her, to do all the things. But we noticed that little by little, a lot of money was coming out of our pockets. You know, I was taking 2, 3 days off. My sister was taking 2, 3 days off. My brother's the same. The copay, you have to pay it out of your own pocket because that's not included in any type of coverage. You know, the deductible. Every time she went for a chemo session, we would have to pay $600, and that was twice a month. Plus, they would have to do a CT scan, and that was $2,400 because, you know, they have to know if the cancer has spread throughout her body. And how do they find out with the CT scan? So little by little, we started dipping into our savings account. We started dipping into, you know, even the 401k, our savings, anything that we could do to help her out. So my mom's name is Hilda. And so anyway, so we were just, what do we do? What do we do? And we did not want to do this whole thing. I don't know if you know, but there's a thing called out there called, what is it? GoFundMe, the GoFundMe account. We did not want to get to that point. So we ended up selling a couple properties that we had. And so we were able to get money from there. So we were great. We were good. Unfortunately, my mom lost her battle and she passed away about a year and a half ago. And then I learned about living benefits, which was really too late because she was diagnosed 8 years ago. And so once I learned about living benefits, I just became so passionate about it. And I think that everybody, all my friends, all my family, everybody needs to know about it. They need to know that it's out there so that you never have to go create a GoFundMe account and that you never have to dip into your own savings. And so that's why I became so passionate and I need to let everybody know. So this month I had pledged in June, I had pledged that I would let at least 10 people know and share my message. So that's why I'm here today. And I really appreciate that you're giving me this opportunity. I am going to share a video. I wanted to share my mom's story because that's really, of course, you know, she's my mom, but it was so, we went through so much, and that's she didn't have the living benefits. But I also want to share a video of people that do have the living benefits and how that can definitely make a huge difference in your life. Because what living benefits is a coverage that's attached to your life insurance. And if you don't have life insurance, you definitely should. If you have loved ones that depend on you, so you definitely need to have that. And living benefits is attached to your life insurance, and a lot of the times it's not even more expensive. But a lot of people do not know that. It doesn't surprise me. Like I said, I've been an insurance agent for 24 years, and I just found out last year. So if you don't mind, I'll go ahead and share a video, and then we'll go from there. Give me 1 second. Let me just set it up for you. And this one, if you like, you can take some notes because it's pretty amazing. And he goes, this is Samuel Howell, and we usually do this live. But obviously, since today we're here, I'm just going to do a recording of him. But it's really, really amazing, the information he's going to provide. And then, of course, if you have any questions after that, I'm here for you. Okay, okay, there we go. Let me see if you can see it here. Can you see the two bubbles? Yes? Okay, awesome.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
awesome. Here we go. It's not too long, but he really goes into everything you need to know about living benefits and how it works. And I don't know if you knew, but back in the day when life insurance was invented, they used to call it death insurance. And I'm not kidding you, but they were not making any sales. So they changed it to life insurance, and now it's life insurance with living benefits. And this is a fairly new coverage. It's about maybe 22 years old. Here we go.
Here's a question we hear all the time in Alliance Group. Free living benefits sound great, but how exactly do I get money from my life insurance policy if I get sick? How does that work? All right, the answer is simple. You activate the living benefits features on your policy to accelerate the death benefit. So, what do we mean by accelerate? Well, living benefits essentially let you have early access to your life insurance policy's death benefit if you get seriously sick or injured. So, what you're doing is accelerating that benefit from the future, when you die, to today, right now, while you're sick, while you're struggling, when you're going to need that money the most. All right, so here's how that looks in a real world scenario. Let's say you put a living benefits policy in place today. Now, right away, from the moment your policy is issued, you are covered for the full amount in case you die. And that death benefit is payable in full to your chosen beneficiary or beneficiaries from the moment you pass away. Now, this is great, but nothing new, right? Life insurance has worked this way for years. But remember, in this example, you have free living benefits included on this modern life insurance policy that you have. So instead of only being covered if you die, you also have the ability to accelerate your death benefit if you get seriously sick or injured. Cancer, heart attack, stroke, paralysis, major organ transplant, kidney failure, blindness. There's a lot of conditions that are considered triggering conditions that would activate your living benefits features. The amount that you're able to get in your hands will be based on the severity of your illness. The more serious the illness or injury, the more money you're going to be able to get your hands on. All right, so let's look at a real world example. Say you have a $405,000 life insurance policy and you made sure that it was our modern coverage that includes free living benefits. Smart you. All right, now, like any life insurance policy, if you kick the bucket, this policy is going to pay out $405,000 to your loved ones, just like any life insurance policy would, right? But let's say you don't die. Let's say instead you were diagnosed with stage 3 thoracic cancer. Now, besides being generally terrible news, this also presents some immediate financial challenges for you. You're going to want to take some time off work to deal with this and go through treatment. You have all your current bills that you're already paying, plus now you have a whole heap of new medical bills related to testing, and health insurance isn't coming close to covering some of those treatment options. In fact, your doctor has presented you with a treatment plan that, after insurance, is going to cost you thousands of dollars out of pocket. And since you're now working part-time or maybe not even at all, your expenses have gone up and your income has gone down. Financial stress is quickly becoming a big part of this already bad situation, right? Now, here's where having living benefits comes through in a huge way. Since cancer is a triggering condition, you would be able to file a claim through your living benefits features, and the life insurance company would give you options based on the severity of your illness. Now, in this example, for a stage 3 cancer, your offer may be, say, $343,000 in return for accelerating your full $405,000 policy to get it. So if you choose to do a max acceleration and accelerate 100% of your death benefit in return for 100% of their offer, you would receive a tax-free check made out to you for $343,000. And since you accelerated the full $405,000 policy to get it, there is no benefit remaining in the policy and your coverage would end there. But now you've got plenty of cash to take as much time off work as you need, choose the very best and most advanced treatments available without worrying about what your health insurance will cover, and generally just take all the money worries out of this already really difficult equation that you have with this cancer diagnosis. That is the power of having living benefits. But you don't actually have to take the full $343,000. You could have chosen to take half of their offer and thus accelerate only half of your death benefit to get it, right? So in that case, you'd receive a check for $171,500 and be left with $202,500 of coverage in ongoing life insurance, right? Or you could take a quarter of it, or you could take 10/13 of it. You might even say, give me $100,000 and let me know how the math works out and what I have left. Or you could choose not to accelerate any death benefit at all. Living benefits gives you options. And if life decides to throw you a curveball, as we all know life tends to do, options are wonderful to have. And that's exactly what you want in those scenarios. Remember, in our scenario, if we owned an old-fashioned life insurance policy without living benefits, you don't have any options. You didn't die, so you wouldn't get any money. And that cancer diagnosis is going to have the potential to wreak absolute havoc on your financial picture. By the way, this is not just a hypothetical example. Those numbers that I just went over were based on the real life experience of just one of our thousands of real life living benefits clients. Amanda Thomas put a $405,000 policy in place for herself, and less than 1 year later, she was diagnosed with stage 3 thoracic cancer. She put in a claim with the company, and about a week later was offered $343,000 based on the severity of her illness, and she chose to accelerate the full amount of $405,000 to get it. Less than 2 weeks later, the insurance company deposited $343,000 non-taxable dollars into Amanda's bank account. She has no coverage going forward because she did the full acceleration, but she was able to use that money now to replace her lost income and pay for the very best treatment that money could buy. And because of her living benefits money, she has since beaten that cancer, I'm happy to report. And she is living a happy, productive life as a nurse, wife, and mother to her 5 kids. Now, if Amanda had had the old kind of life insurance that does not include living benefits, she would not have had any options. Since she was still alive, she would not have gotten a dime from her life insurance policy. And as she will tell you herself, things would have taken a very different turn. Now remember, the size of the offer is based on the severity of the illness. So for the stage 3 cancer, Amanda was offered $343,000 if she accelerated the full $405,000 benefit to get it, right? Now, if that were a stage 2 cancer, that offer might have been $150,000 in return for the full acceleration. An even more minor stage 1 diagnosis might have gotten a $50,000 offer. So in that scenario, if you were in that position, you might choose to actually leave the $405,000 in place and not accelerate anything. Or maybe if you were paying $50 a month for a cheap term policy and it was a year old, you might say, I don't know, $600 that I paid into this, $50,000 I'm getting out. That's a pretty good return on my money. The point here to remember is the choice is yours. And that's what living benefits are all about, having choices. The greater the impact on your life expectancy going forward, the bigger your offer will be from the company and the more money you'll be able to access. All right, now I know what you're thinking. Why would the insurance companies offer something like this? It seems too good to be true, right? Well, as you might expect, it's not out of the goodness of their hearts. It's math. When living benefits were being developed, insurance companies realized the added value to their customers of allowing policyholders access to their death benefit early if they got sick. They knew that if they could make offering this early access a zero net sum proposition for themselves financially, the added value for the client would help them sell lots more policies, right? So that's what happens. When you file a living benefits claim, the insurance company applies a formula to determine what their offer is going to be. Now, that formula takes into account the present day value of the future death benefit, the severity of the illness, the calculation of your new life expectancy, some small fees and expenses for doing the acceleration, etc. And then they send you an offer that shows all of this math in clear terms and what their offer would be for a maximum acceleration. The idea is the insurance company is not affected financially whether you choose to take a full acceleration or no acceleration at all. It means the same for them from a dollars and cents perspective either way. But the added value of the client getting options in those life-changing situations helps them sell a lot more policies, right? It makes those policies so much more valuable and useful for the client. Now, again, it's not out of the goodness of the insurance company's hearts that they're doing this. It's just math. Let's take a look at our real life example again. After applying this formula, the insurance company was able to offer Amanda Thomas a choice. $343,000 now, while you're alive, going through cancer treatments, out of work, and could desperately use it, or $405,000 to your family when you pass away. It was a zero-sum scenario for the insurance company financially. No matter what she chose to do, it produced the same result to their wallet. But having those options and access to that money meant the world of difference to Amanda and her family. So no, living benefits are not too good to be true. It's a calculation that makes financial sense for the insurance company while providing potentially life-saving access to crucial funds to you, the policyholder. Do living benefits really pay out? That's another question we get a lot. The answer is yes, yes, literally thousands of times yes. We have decades of experience at Alliance Group and thousands of living benefits claims under our belt. Our carriers are A-rated companies that actually specialize in living benefits and that stand behind those promises. Amanda Thomas is just one example of a real-life client that Living Benefits has helped over the years. We've got loads of real client testimonial videos from real policyholders all over the country who are willing to share their personal Living Benefits claim stories. Look below to check those out, and we'll make sure to link to them in the comments. All right, so let's review. Living benefits are free. They come built in with our policies, and you don't pay anything extra for them. Living benefits offer huge added value. We're processing claims and getting crucial money into our clients' hands every day when they get sick and need it most. And living benefits are not too good to be true. It's simply a math formula. So if you've still got an old-fashioned life insurance policy that doesn't have these free features built in, you've got the wrong stuff, and we can help you rectify that situation. Thank you for taking some time to learn with me today. I hope it was valuable to you.
Was it valuable to you, ladies?
And that's awesome that you get to access the benefit while you're still alive.
While you're still alive. And I know I told you the story of my mom, and she did not have the living benefits. So we went through a lot with that. But I will tell you a personal story about my friend Nadia, and she did have living benefits. She only had a $250,000 policy, which was really minimal because she was a single mom. She had two little girls, 6 and 8, and they diagnosed her with breast cancer again. You know, we're being diagnosed with so many things these days. And she was diagnosed with breast cancer, but she did have a policy, a life insurance policy that had the living benefits. And so she went through chemo and radiation 18 months. And after 18 months, the doctor called her in and told her, Nadia, I'm sorry, we cannot do anything else for you. You need to go home and get your affairs in order. And being a single mom, you can just imagine how devastating that was. And so she didn't know what to do. She didn't know what to do. Her mom and her dad were already gone. So she was a single mom with not knowing what to do. So she asked the doctor and begged the doctor to please continue with treatment or to let her do this one experimental treatment she had heard on 60 Minutes. She begged and said, Doctor, I heard of this experimental treatment on 60 Minutes. Please allow me to do it. And he said, yes, I will allow you to do it. And we can get started today. But that experimental treatment is $100,000 and your insurance does not cover it. So devastated, drove home crying. You can just imagine. So she started getting her affairs in order. That's what the doctor said, started finding out where the kids were going to live and everything. And she remembered she did have a life insurance. So she called the agent just to make sure that that life insurance was active because when she passed away, she wanted that money to go to the girls or whoever was going to take care of the girls, right? And the agent at that point told her, Nadia, you have living benefits. You can accelerate some of that money now. She didn't even realize that she had living benefits. So she was able to accelerate 150,000. She only needed 100,000, but she accelerated 150,000 so that she could be comfortable while she was going through the treatment and spend time with her daughters. And I can honestly tell you, she went through the treatment. It worked, and she's alive today, taking care of her babies. So I'm like so happy. I'm always, oh my God. So I told you the story about my mom where she didn't have it, and my friend, she definitely had it. And that's how it works. It definitely works. So I am so passionate about this, and that's why I wanted to share with you ladies this morning, and really anybody that I'm talking to these days. I asked them, do you have living benefits? If you don't know what that is, ask me. So yeah, that's really what I wanted to share with you this morning. I don't want to take too long because we're all celebrating today. So yeah, if you have any comments for me, any questions, I'm here. I'm here for you.
That's really awesome. What a great benefit that is. So,
It is.
yeah, we'll just go around. Lachelle, what are your thoughts about living benefits?
Thanks for the reminder. I knew about them before, and it's interesting. I have a friend who I'm like, gosh, I wish that she had them. So I'm actually gonna call her on Monday because she's going through some stuff to have her check to see if her father has it, because both her mom and dad are going through some really tricky times. So thank you. I appreciate it. And what I love about you, Teresa, having gone through the experience, like you're not talking about it from some outside non-thing. You have a story, and your passion is because of what happened to you. So I totally appreciate that, and I can feel that. And I'm so sorry for the loss of your mother.
Thank you. And I'm very surprised that I was able to tell you the story without, choking up. Usually it's impossible. But this morning I'm so glad that I was able you can still tell a little bit, but I was able to tell you her story. And, we just adore my mom, and she was just the life of the party. And we were very sad that we lost her. But yes, it is a story very close to my heart. And that's why when I found out about this, I just want to share with everyone, everyone, everyone. Yeah. Does
Yeah,
anybody have any questions or comments?
that's it's just it's great the story, right? I mean, like you're doing what you're passionate about. So,
Yeah.
yeah, Alma, are you able to speak?
Yes, I
What do
am.
you think about living benefits?
Well, I have supported Teresa for quite some time, so I've heard about it, and I think it's important. And I just have a few people in mind, including myself, that need to talk to you, Teresa.
Thank you so much, love. Yeah, of course. Yes, and Alma is very supportive. I'm so glad that she's here, and I appreciate your support.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alma. Omeka, what are your thoughts? Omeka is taking care of her mom. That's what she does full time.
Okay. Um, yeah. Ain't nobody got a health insurance over here. I mean, life insurance. So that's an interesting thought in and of itself. Yeah, my mother was paying, and then I guess it was term. I don't know. It was too much for her for whatever reason. And she just stopped paying it. So, you have life insurance in the first place, and my brother's got the power of attorney, so I don't think he cares about too much of anything. Which, whatever. Try not to have feel any kind of way about that, but choices. So you ain't got insurance in the first place, it's not an option. I don't have any, not an option. No kids. Yeah, it's an interesting life. So yeah,
Okay,
interesting to know. Glad to know. I can pass it on to someone else. What was I gonna say? Well, it's available for any to add on to any life insurance policy or
It should be. You should call if you do have your life insurance. You should ask your agent, If you already have a policy, we are doing free reviews. We can review them for anybody that wants them. And if you don't have them, we can guide you to get them. Because if you, even though a lot of people are like, oh, I don't have anybody. If I pass away, there's no life insurance to leave to anybody. But with the living benefits, it's not really just to pass away. It's also for now. If you get diagnosed with something right now, you can accelerate those coverages so that you can have a big party or go to a resort and then just, you know what I mean? It's money that
So you
goes
can use
directly
it for
to
whatever you
you.
want to. You don't have to
You
use it
can use
for.
it for whatever you want. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, you use it and then you just have to keep paying your insurance until.
Well, once
You
you
know.
accelerate it, if you accelerate the whole amount, then your policy's done. You stop paying, it's done. You already accelerated those coverages. If you
Okay.
accelerate a little bit, like my friend Nadia, she only accelerated 150,000. So her policy was still active so that she could still have 100,000. So if she did pass away, the girls will still get 100,000 so that she still had to make her monthly payment. But if you accelerate the whole thing, the policy's done, you're good. The check goes directly to you, not to your doctor, not to anybody, it's to you.
Okay.
And just
I guess there's
and
no need to have life insurance after that. I mean, there's no way you can get it anyway, huh?
right, exactly. So it's really for you. You are able to accelerate it now, and that's the great thing about living benefits. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. That was a great presentation. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah. Suzanne, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, this is the second time I'd heard about living benefits, and up until now, I did have a life insurance through Starbucks, but since I've left Starbucks, I'd love to know what the beginning premium is. See if I can afford it on a self-employed incomes.
Yeah, we can definitely help you with that. And obviously everybody's different. So you and I can definitely talk on the phone or do a Zoom meeting like this. Or what state are you in?
I'm in Texas.
Okay, so we can definitely do a Zoom if you like. I'll put my phone number in
Sure.
the chat. And that way you can just give me a call. That's my cell phone number. But
Yeah, because I'm starting to look at it, but I like the idea of the living benefits versus just the life insurance that expires after you expire.
Exactly. And really, if you look at the regular death insurance or life insurance versus the new one with the living benefits, there's not much difference in price.
Oh, that's good.
There's no reason to buy the old one.
Yeah, no, and not if it's comparable rates. I would think that if it were to get the living benefits, it was exponentially more, but you got paid out, then I would be like, oh, maybe I just need a basic one. But I'm excited to hear that the monthly premium isn't that much different.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm definitely interested, Teresa. Thank you.
Awesome. We can help you with that. I'm putting my cell phone number in the notes.
Great, I'll get that. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Thank you. Veronica.
What company do you work with, or do you work with several insurance companies?
We're a brokerage, and I'm with Five Rings Financial. And so one of the main companies that we work with is National Life for the life insurance with living benefits. And but Five Rings Financial is a brokerage. We have access to, I believe, 20 companies to choose from. And depending on your needs, that's where we would place you.
Okay, because I already have life insurance with living benefits. Actually, I have a few different policies, but I need to get additional life insurance for my husband because he has life insurance, but it's just not enough coverage.
Yes, and just so you know, a lot of policies out there, they will tell you that you have living benefits, but really, you really have to have somebody review them or ask someone that knows what this type of living benefits are, because they'll tell you, sure, you have living benefits. And when we review policies, it's really a little living benefits, like $20,000 max. And that's not the way this one works. So we can definitely do a full review for you, and we don't charge anything. Our services are 100% free.
Okay. No, the insurance I have I used to have a 63 and a 65 before a license. So I'm pretty comfortable saying that I have the one policy has a full living benefit.
Fantastic.
The other two policies that I have, I know are not, but the one policy I have,
Oh, that's
um,
fantastic. I'm so happy when I hear that.
yeah. But
Okay.
I do need additional coverage for my husband because yeah, I mean he's the main breadwinner.
Of
So
course. Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, you have my direct contact information. Text me or call me and we'll set up a meeting.
okay,
You're here in locally, right? San Marcos
yeah,
is
I'm
okay.
here. Yeah, in North County. So
Oh, perfect. Yeah, we'll have a one-on-one and we'll sit down and help him out.
all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Veronica. So is there anything else? Teresa, I think that was a wonderful presentation. I love your story, especially you're telling your personal story about your mom that
Mhm.
we all could relate to. So thank you. I know this is the 4th of July, so
Yes.
all of you are probably anxious to go out and enjoy your time with your family or whatever. So is there anything else?
No, that's it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everyone's time. Rini, thank you so much for this space. And I really just wanted to make it quick, bring the message. Hopefully you found some value in this. You have my direct contact information and reach out to me if you want me to review your policy or if you need a policy. We have a Wine, Women, and Wealth here, which is also a free seminar for women and wealth. You know, at one point in our life, we will be in charge of our money. If we are not already, you know, even as housewives, we are in charge of the money. So we have Wine, Women, and Wealth here, and we also have a Money 101, and where we talk a lot about all of this, and it's free education, you know. But no, I really just appreciate the time from everyone today. Thank you so
Too bad the wine wealth women
yeah.
it's not available online.
No, not yet, not yet, but we're heading that way. We're heading that way.
Anyway, I think we're going to get out early today, since
Yes.
this is just mainly an educational session on a holiday that we we were going to have a holiday, but Teresa said, "Hey," I said, "You know, if you want to use the time, let's do it on the 4th of July."
Yes.
So thank you everyone
Thank you, everyone.
for
Happy Independence
attending and
Day.
Thanks. Thanks
yeah,
for
yeah,
sharing your
yeah, yeah.
story.
Have
All right.
fun, enjoy
Blessings
your
to your family.
holidays. I will post the session for next week on Facebook. But you know, earlier we talked about before we started this, I was talking about the format for the Women's Coffee Club and if there's any feedback or anything. So if you guys have any input or anything or speakers you want to send my way for starting October, I think, like I said, I'm fully booked, I think through September. You know, let me know.
Okay.
Other than that, have a great 4th of July and we'll see you back here next week. Thank you again,
Thank
everyone.
you,
And
ladies.
Teresa especially.
Thank
Thank
Bye.
you.
you.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye.
Happy
Bye-bye.
4th of July,
You guys
everybody.
stay.
Bye.
You too.
Happy
Happy
Bye-bye.
Yes, you
Independence
too.
Day. All
Okay,
right.
bye-bye.
Freedom. Peace, peace.